One of the biggest moral dilemmas, I would imagine, of people that are 40, 50 years old dating is that they've got children that are at home. So what are the rules for dating when you have children at home?
So again, hard and fast rules. I believe you have to figure out what works for you, and also really keep in mind that your kids are, as one of my lawyers had said, their kids are the doorman of your home. They see and hear everything as much as you think. They're so young, they don't know. I once had a friend who used to have her boyfriend sleep over, and her kids were like 12 and 9, and she said, oh, they just think we're cuddling and we're just good friends. And I'm like, no, they don't. So, you know, it's also like if you don't want your kids to think about premarital sex, or you want to have that conversation and you're having premarital sex in your home, you know, think about how you're going to deal with that. So my personal rule has always been, I do not introduce my kids to anyone unless we're in a super serious relationship, because they do not have to be prone to meeting the revolving door of all the men in my life. That is not their business. And so if I've been in a relationship, I have gone to their place. Don't bring men home. And it's just the way it is. When my kids used to be changing homes when they were younger, I would only really date on the times when my kids were out. And I think that's respectful. And I told that to my kids when I started dating. I just said, listen, I'm going to start dating now, and I do respect you, and I will not share my dating experiences with you. And they appreciated it.
I was just going to ask you, actually, if you should have a conversation with your kids before you start dating at all that reassures them that you're not looking to replace their father, that they are still number one in your life, et cetera, so that you're sure they're comfortable with it.
Absolutely. I mean, I've always had very open, honest conversations with my kids, and I think that's a great way to raise your children, to be open and honest and hear their concerns, because not all my kids wanted me to date.
I was just going to say, so what happens if you get pushback from your kids? Do they get 2 votes and you put your dating aside?
No. Not for me, anyway. Right. I think a lot of people have put their dating aside for way too long. They waited for their kids to grow up and get out of the house. And I've had women come to me 10 years after their spouse died, and they've not been on one single date, and they have no idea how to get into dating. And the truth is that when their kids are in high school, they could care less if your mom is dating. Like, you know, go out and date, Mom, because I'm dating. So that's also a weird thing. You know, your kids are dating, you're dating, and you have to really set clear boundaries for all that. You know, how much information are you going to exchange? And I remember when one of my kids, when I was still married, asked me some very, very specific private information about my sex life with my husband at the time. And I said, I don't share that information with my children. She was like, but I tell you everything. And I said, well, that's your prerogative, but trust me, you don't want to hear this.
Yeah, that's so very true. But it seems like it's, you know, as with so many things, that it's really up to your individual comfort zones of things, but definitely talk to the children honestly about this stage of your life and be sure that they're on board and aware of what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, respect them.
Right.
Respect them and their wishes, but don't live your life based on them telling you don't do this.
And keep it separate until you're very serious.
Yeah.
Okay. Great advice. Thank you, Sandy. If you like today's Bottom Line Expert Minute with Sandy Weiner, then come to our website, bottomlineinc.com, and watch more with Sandy and more with our other experts. And what would be even better, share us. Share us on Facebook, share us on Twitter, share us on LinkedIn. Let everybody know about the great videos that we have for you with all the leading experts in health, life, and money.